So this week we've talked about the big obstacles, both natural and supernatural, that the disciples were facing in this story as they were on the way to Emmaus. We talked about the big idea that God is both perfectly merciful and perfectly just. His mercy cannot be compromised, but neither can His justice be compromised. So because of this, Jesus' suffering was the only solution that could satisfy both of these aspects of God's unchangeable character. And we also looked at how Jesus totally pulled one over on these two disciples. Kind of like the show Undercover Boss. They had no idea that they were talking to Jesus until after He finally sets them straight. And then what happens? Jesus vanishes. And I want to be clear here that this isn't just vanishing like a ghost. Luke makes it very clear that Jesus was both spiritually and physically present. This is more in line with the record that Luke gives in Acts, where we're also talking about the suffering servant, as described here at Emmaus. And Philip, this time, is teaching someone about the suffering of Christ, and he miraculously is transported a great distance. So Jesus vanishes. It's a miracle like these two men have never seen. And what are they talking about? What do they say one to one another? Luke 24:31 and 32 reads, "And their eyes were opened, and they recognized Him, and He became invisible to them. And they said to one another, 'Were not our hearts burning within us while He was speaking with us on the road, while He was explaining the Scriptures to us?'" So it's like we were talking about on Monday. They were too busy wallowing in their own disappointment to see the miracle that was right in front of them. And now they're too busy reveling in what Jesus has told them to see the miracle that's happening right in front of them. Have you ever had an idea that challenged your way of thinking so much that it burned within you? I mean, at night, as you laid down your head, all you can think about is this idea. And then the first thing that comes to mind when you wake up in the morning, it's this mystery that's either waiting to be unraveled or it's a treasure, a gift that brings new meaning to life. I remember back to when I first became a father, and I think that came close. I knew from that moment forward that my life would never be the same. This brand new little person would be relying on me for so much, for so many years. And yet, I still feel like that has nothing on the paradigm shift that Jesus has dropped on these two disciples. How about you? Has an idea ever burned within you? Are you looking to learn more about the new way of thinking that these disciples embraced? I want to encourage you to leave a comment below or email me, weston@gracepoint.ca. Thanks so much, and God bless.